You sound like Santa Claus. Graves Creek Campground. Backpacking trip number 1.
Nice rock.
Graves Creek Campground. Totally raining in the Pacific Northwest. We've got our E-Tech City ISO Pro fuel, cooking 28 ounces of water cooking, boiling. We're getting ready to have some yummy meals, y'all. This one is spicy sausage pasta. This one is mesquite barbecue seasoned chicken with beans and rice. And don't forget the dark chocolate covered freeze-dried strawberries. Yum! So Graves Creek Campground, we are reined into the Pacific Northwest. We are in Enchanted Valley, and the road is 6 miles from the North Fork Road, the North Shore Road from Lake Quinault, Washington. We're in the Olympic National Park, which borders the Olympic National Forest. This is our Big Agnes Fly Creek UL2 knockoff. Totally dry on the inside. Just set it up. Kaesen, come show us on the inside. Now, can the fly be set up better? Sure. This is my first backpacking trip in 30 years, y'all. 25, 30 years. Careful with it. Just go slow. Slow and steady gets it right. The slower you go, the better you go, bud. So, rain fly's coming open. Open up that zipper real quick just so I can get in and show people the gear. Thank you, son. Thank you. Now, we didn't skimp on the Big Agnes insulated ear core sleeping pads. And those are really awesome mountain engineering Alps bags, fleece lined, supposedly down to 20 degrees. We'll see. It's not going to get below 40 tonight, but it's going to be a little chilly. Big Agnes pillows, camelback pack for Kaesen, packs all of our food. Ketodine Hiker Pro. We haven't used that yet, but we will. As you can see, it's really dry inside. We're totally stoked. Kaesen, can you zip that up for us, bud? Thank you. I've got a German Army backpack. Tasmania is the brand. Sold at the German Army PX in Kandahar, Afghanistan. And my puffer jacket, popular in the PNW, isn't waterproof, so tons of more gear in there, yes. For those of y'all that know me, there's a couple of big giant knives on there. Bear Bell. Nature Hike brand outdoor. Again, knockoff to the Big Agnes Fly Creek UL2. We're digging it. REI trekking poles with cork handles are so far coming in good. We used them the very long 2+ mile hike in. And then you know who that stranger danger is right there. I love you, son.
I love you.
Happy backpacking.
Happy back.
Kaesen just said, I wish I could go to the bathroom. And I said, dang, dude, just go over there on the side of the road. Now, I can't tell y'all how impressed I am with these little E-Tech City pocket stoves. Good Lord. That was burning for, no kidding, less than 5 minutes. Granted, we're not very high above sea level, but less than 5 minutes, and I had 28+ ounces of water boiling, a roiling boil. So impressed. Enough to get our 2 bags of food wet. I know that's a lot of food for 2 dudes, but we've been hacking and packing for a while, so totally digging this campsite. Never intentionally camped in the rain before. Certainly not backpacking, so Amazing. Y'all can see just how beautiful it is here at Graves Creek Campground. I love you, little buddy.
I love
Love you.
you. I love you.
Well, every bit of wood out here is wet, y'all. So I taught Kaesen how to do a modified teepee with some moss. And we're using the top grate of the barbecue campfire pit instead of the campfire pit to get a little airflow under. Not the greatest idea, but little fire for ambiance. Kaesen over here is eating a breakfast skillet by Mountain House. We love it. Good morning, son.
Good morning.
What's going on with your hat? That's a pretty interesting hat there. You got some rabbit ears, little bunny KT. All right. Virtually all of our clothes from yesterday are wet. Our bags are dry. There's that E-Tech City pocket stove with the ISOPRO fuel. That thing is awesome. It boils water in a few minutes flat, like I said last night. Pack it in, pack it out, right? So we learned that the Camelback backpack that's issued by the U.S. military in Afghanistan to me is not great for wet environments, so we won't be using that as Kasen's backpack again. Live and learn. We are going to actually get some different rain gear that's about the same weight as this, but that it is truly rain gear. Sometimes you live and you learn on buying knockoff gear. REI has something really smart about what they sell, and then if you want to save money, you buy cheaper products, and then you test them out and you find out they don't work, and then you go back to REI and you spend a little more money. It is not raining right now. The tent performed wonderfully. No exterior moisture infiltration. Definitely some condensation buildup from two dudes sleeping in an enclosed space, but we were warm enough until right about 5 a.m. when we both recognized that we needed to use the restroom and decided that it was warmer just to stay up. Hence, we wish that we had a fire. All right, y'all. This is Leyton and Kaesen at Graves Creek Campground signing off. Campfire City. No campfire today, though. We have hot coals and wet wood and wet moss. So I don't know that we're going to get our fire today, y'all. But we're having fun in the Pacific Northwest. And we are maybe just a little cold. It's not that cold out, but maybe just a little. Maybe a little damp. Pants, coats. We had a lot of fun though. A lot of fun in the rain. Next time, probably the same food, because it's so easy to heat and eat. And maybe less rain. I love you, son.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey y'all, Leyton and Kaesen, Graves Creek Campground, Enchanted Valley. We are in the Olympic National Park, which borders on the Olympic National Forest. Day 2 of our 2-day camping trip, backpacking here in the Pacific Northwest. Rainy, rainy. I love you, Kaesen.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tearing down camp. So much for that fire, y'all. Goodness gracious. But it is so beautiful out here. Graves Creek Campground. Well, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, the 22nd of May, 2016, Graves Creek Campground. Hiked in about 2+ miles and did a rainy, almost constant rain until early this morning, overnight backpack. And too wet for a fire, but not too wet for cooking on our E-Tech stove. Turned out great. We had a blast. Kaesen agrees that for our next backpacking trip, we do it without the rain. There's this guy right there, Commando Kaesen. Bear bell ringing. All right, let's head out. Head out.
Oh, goody, it's all downhill.
It's all downhill.
Hey, Dada.
Yeah, buddy.
Can we somehow get down there so I can cut my hand and get some water? 'Cause I'm thirsty now.
It's not that kind of fresh water. You still got to clean it. Get beaver fever in that water, also known as giardia. It does look like it can be clean enough to drink. We would still want to purify it. Only in an absolute emergency, if you didn't have fire and you couldn't boil the water and you didn't have a water purification system like a Katadyn Hiker Pro. But we can get some water in just a second.
Cool.
Bushwhacker. Coming up on a waterfall, Graves Creek Road. It'll come into view in a second. You can certainly hear it really well.
Is that okay, good drink water?
Probably, but we're not going to drink it. Beaver fever, also known as Giardia. Beautiful. Rainforest is just gorgeous.
Another washout.
Three washouts.
2 in a row.
You having fun?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.